Hello there, Another Bird here. In this video, I was going to talk about an idea I have for trying to bypass Kwikset SmartKeys. It's just an idea, and nothing I have right now works, so it's a half-baked idea. But I thought I would share with you all what I was thinking, and then maybe someone else out there could come up with a way to improve it or really make it work. Because what I have right now does not work, but I'll share with you what I'm thinking. So right here, I've got one of the Kwikset SmartKeys. This particular one's a Gen 2, but this trick, I would imagine, it's my understanding from all the generations I've seen, it should work with any of them. What happens is when you insert your key, you'll notice all those sliders are now at the same height. If I take the key out, the sliders right there are at different heights, and those different heights actually reflect the different key heights right here. But when the correct key is in, all of the sliders are at the exact same height, and you can rotate the key. One of the things I was doing was I was making a video on how to rekey these a little bit easier, and to do that I also made this little tool right here, which lets me just push in all those sliders real quick to the right height, and then I can press in the sidebar, and I can rotate the plug, and then I can put a new key in and rekey it real quick. So this is really just a tool like, maybe a locksmith would use to make rekeying the lock easier. You just push in, push in the sidebar, and then it's unlocked. And it got me thinking, I wonder if there's any way to push these in with a pick of some kind. And if I rotate this just slightly, you can see there's a gap. And here, let me do it with the key in there too. You can see the key on the side there, right there. You can see there's a gap. I have a bad key out. Let's see if I can grab a bad key real quick. I guess I put them all away, so I don't have any bad keys to show, but you can also crank down on this. Let's put some tension on it. And you can see we can give ourselves a decent amount of space there. So there is space to reach between these two. And if I take a pick, you can even see I can come up along the side here. Well, I could earlier. Now I'm gonna. There we go. And you can see I can even start to push that one down. See that there? So I can even start to push one down. What is this? This is the 19 thousandths low flat hook from Jimmy Long's. And that right there is fitting in there, at least to this height. So it certainly seems that there's enough space to get a tool in there to wiggle it down. I mapped it out because I was trying to get a better idea of what the tool needed to look like, how much of an arc. And that's what you can see in this model right here. And I think the model actually makes it look harder than it really is. Because, the Jimmy Long's low flat hook isn't making that much of a turn to bend. So there's some flexibility there. And I think the model here maybe makes it look harder than it really is. But if you're interested in exact dimensions, I'll share a link to this model on TinkerCad so you can get a better idea of what those dimensions are. Hopefully I didn't make any mistakes on it, but in the model, this is the blocking piece right here between the sliders. That's about how deep the sliders need to be pushed down. This is about the room of the window that's up top here that can go back and forth depending on how much you rotate this. And then this is the little gap that's right on the side there that we can stick a tool through. So it looks extremely narrow, but as you just saw, we can put the low flat hook through there and rotate it. So it's not as narrow maybe as it seems. One of the other things I was thinking was, so if you do get a tool that's going through here, like a comb pick that could push all of these down, it's probably going to use really thin, flimsy metal. So pushing these sliders may be difficult. I was thinking the thing you could do for that, though, is make a turning tool like this that tensions off the change hole there, the hole for the little change key. And then you can just come in with a pick, sort of push all those down so they're out of the way, apply tension, and there you can see there's a ton of room for putting in whatever kind of bypass tool you want, like this. You can get these all in, and then once you've got your bypass tool, fairly well sat in there, you can release tension. Yeah, you could release tension, but these would continue to hold it in place enough that you could push it down. And you can see that did not work in this case. My little prototype doesn't work well. I just tried I tried some feeler gauge. I'm not even sure what thickness this is, but it's certainly too flimsy, and too flimsy to get in there, and it's also too big. I'll show you that here. Come in, bring down on that. So yeah, I come in the side here. You can see I can't even get this all the way in, even though I've made room to slide this down. I do start hitting things, and I can easily get jammed up. And I'm not going to just tear up this pick just to sort of make a bad example, but you get the idea. I am wondering if it's possible to make a comb pick that comes down the side here and rotates up into those gaps. And I'm not 100% sure. I kind of feel like it is possible based off this Jimmy Long's pick, that there might be something that can do it. But I also don't know for sure. And to be honest, I don't think I'm going to spend a lot of time looking into it. Me personally. I don't think it would be a devastating vulnerability because there are the tools for a couple $100. Locksmiths can decode these really quick. I do think it would be pretty significant. If you just needed one pick, one sort of comb pick, the cost of that tool and the amount of skill of just using a comb pick versus using a visual decoder and making a key, it would be a risk. I shouldn't say it's like no risk. It would increase the risk to these cylinders, but they certainly aren't what we would call high security now. So I don't think it would be massive, security game changer or anything like that. But certainly would make it easier and more of a risk to get these open. Anyways, I don't want to ramble too long. If you're interested in seeing if you can make a bypass tool for the Kwikset SmartKeys, that's my idea. It seems like maybe you could make a comb pick. Let me know if you have any ideas, thoughts, comments, questions, concerns down in the comments below. Love to hear what you all think about it. And if you make any videos, please tag me and let me know what you come up with if you come up with any cool picks. But anyways, that's all I had. Thanks for watching. Take care.